Hello everybody, welcome down to Lecala Golf Resort. I'm Matt Fryer, and in today's lesson we're going to stop you coming over the top with the big stick. So let's get into that. If though this is your first lesson on the channel, guys, do remember to hit that subscriber button down below and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any future lessons to help you improve your game. Okay, so stop swinging over the top with the big stick. And what I mean by that, the over the top refers to the plane of the golf swing. If you imagine now I had a line running up my body, if it was out here, that will be the plane and the direction the club is going to be moving on my body. And it's probably a term you've heard bandied about quite a bit. But what does it cause? What happens when you do it now? There is a multitude of things that can happen when you do swing over the top. Depending on how your face is relative to where the club is travelling, we're going to see loads of different shots. If you've got it wide open, you're going to see those big slices. If you get it too over the top, sometimes you would see a shank with an iron. If you get the face close, you would see some left shots. Like I say, a real multitude of shots that can happen from there. And one of the culprits of this swinging over the top generally is the trail shoulder. So for me, as a right-handed golfer, is what I do with my right shoulder in transition. And what we would see is something where I would swing up to the top. I might even make a really good on-plane backswing, but then I want to try and hit the golf ball really hard. So my first move is almost a shoulder barge forwards and feel that my right shoulder isn't moving down at all, it just goes forwards this way. And as I do that, it then throws my club out in front of me and gets me swinging over the top. So if we can change how we're going to move with our shoulders with a drill, and then also something you can do as another drill, hopefully we should get rid of that. So what I like to do, and this gives you a sort of really big indicator, and it makes it visually aware to yourself of what you're doing with your shoulders, because sometimes it is a little bit hard to feel what you're doing. You might think you're doing the right thing, but you're still just making the old swing. If you can practice with a mirror or put your phone behind you and record yourself, this will also help you as well. But in this drill, what we're going to do, we're going to take our normal setup, see that we're nice and square to our target, and then we're going to put the grip end on our lead shoulder. We're then going to have the club poking out like this in our trail shoulder. Then I want you to make a backswing like you normally would, and what you would normally do when you're getting it wrong and swinging it over the top, you would almost lift the club head even higher as you go forward. So we'd see that it's going this way, the right shoulder raises up, the lead shoulder goes down, and in turn I throw it over the top. What I now want you to do is make a backswing, and then I want you to almost feel that you're going to try and hit the back of your kneecap with the club head. So to do that, I would feel a bit more this way. I'd feel that my shoulders now are starting to get a bit of tilt if I was doing this. And if I add in the turn of my downswing whilst doing this, I get into a fantastic position where I could deliver the club a little bit more from the inside. So it's not throwing the right shoulder out in front, it's allowing it to drop, and in turn, if I was holding the club normally, my right elbow would gather, my left arm would be a little bit straighter, and I could see I'd get into this position now where, if anything, I'd be slightly under the plane and delivering the club a little bit more from the inside. And obviously as a slicer, we don't want to be delivering the club from the outside, we want to get it more from the inside. So a fantastic feeling, like I say, as soon as I make the swing here and I've got the shadow on the ground for myself, I push forwards with my right shoulder, I can see that club not getting any lower and actually just going out in front of me. I want to see that I swing up and drop the club head whilst turning my body. So I swing, drop and turn, and I start to get my shoulders into a fantastic position. And as you note here as well, once I'd be at impact, my shoulders would either be square to my target, or if anything, fractionally closed in this position now, as opposed to the old over the top and them being exceedingly open. So it is paramount that we get control of our trail shoulder in transition to help us get into a better swinging position. Once you're okay with that and you're feeling like you're starting to get control of where your lead shoulder's going, my good old friend George here, obviously he's trusting, we're going to place him down just like this near the golf ball. And what I would like to see, and you'll see this on the close-up now, as I'm swinging, I almost want to feel like I'm swinging in and then around from George. I'd be in here and around. I wouldn't be throwing my right shoulder forward and clattering him at any point. I would feel it's more of an in to in path as I start to make these swings. So go through the drill of dropping the shoulder and feeling what you are doing there, and then when you're at the driving range, just to see that you're starting to get some, either the mirror or the phone, get that involved, and then start to hit some shots now where you feel you're swinging into in and around this obstacle you put in the way. Head cover, like I say, is a really good one because it's obviously soft and not going to damage anything if we do hit it. So once we've got it, the feeling is that I drop my trail shoulder as I start my downswing, and it allows me to kick my hips forward, turn and get this good delivery of the club, and let's see if it works for me. So George was nice and safe there, and I've hit a ball down the fairway just by feeling that I dropped my trail shoulder in my transition, guys. I'm no longer throwing it and getting the club swinging over the top. So if you are someone who is throwing the club over the top all the time, check what you're doing with your shoulders and try those drills out. I'm sure they will work for you. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson this week. If you have, do hit that thumb down below for me. Also, like I said earlier, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future lessons. And also, do remember to go and check out Lecala's other page on here. All the information's in the link below. It's their 30th anniversary. We've collaborated and made some fantastic content for you over on their YouTube channel, so make sure you go and see that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another lesson.